This is an elevated glute or hamstring bridge. So I got a bench here. This is about 18 inches from the floor. At home, you can use a coffee table if you don't have a bench. So I'm going to get here. I like to have my heels on the bench because that triggers a little more the posterior chain, the back of the leg. So they can either be on the bench or the foot kind of right on the angle there. I usually go with the heels though. So basic variation, we're going to start with the knees at about 90 degrees. My upper body and torso is going to be pretty relaxed, and I'm going to dig my heels in and lift my hips, and I'm trying to get my hips all the way to straight, so full extension, and come back in. I want to be squeezing my glutes and hamstrings to create this motion. I don't want to be driving from my lower back. So sometimes when I see patients with lower back pain, they start doing this and it lights up the muscle of their lower back, and it's because they're trying to create a hip lift with their back muscles. So really dig the heels down and extend up. That's the basic elevated bridge variation. There's a couple different ways that we can spin this. So we can do a single leg version. So typically when about 15 reps isn't too hard, we can go to a single leg. I'm just going to elevate my other leg and lift up. So that's going to just make it more challenging both on these muscles, but now I also got to keep my frontal plane from tilting or rotating. And I don't want to shorten this range of motion. So I want to come all the way up there, just like our two-legged version. And then we can bias some different muscles. So if I get in just a little closer, that's going to bias my glutes because I'm creating a little more hip extension. So I'm going to feel that a little more here. So if that's the goal, we can come a little bit closer to the bench, single or double leg. To bias a little more hamstring, I'm just going to scoot out outside of 90 degrees. And now I'm going to be creating a little more motion at the knee, single or double leg, and you'll feel that more in the hamstring either way. So depending on the goal of the movement, what we're rehabbing or what we're trying to strengthen, we can do a couple different variations. A little bit higher, it's going to be a little more challenging. I probably wouldn't go higher than about 20, 22 inches just because then it just gets a little unwieldy and the weight goes back on your head and shoulders. If 18 inches is too hard, you can start with just 8 or 12 inches and build up from there. Or you could even start from the floor and then work up to an elevated surface.